Hello? Okay, so everything's working. Okay, so everything's. My God, most cars here look like they're floating. Oh my God, it's so laggy. Hydro, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I'm gonna need you to converse with me during the outlap. It's gonna because it's going to be pretty long. And by the way, our voices are now live. All right, as they are now heading up the longest straight here in the Nordschleife. Greetings and warm welcome to you all, our dear viewers, and we are currently waiting for the start of the Nürburgring Nordschleife Endurance of the GT4 Cup here in Artito Racing. I am currently joined by no other than one of the fastest drivers in the ring, uh, also known as Hydro. And here we go. You're currently now watching one of the drivers as they head on to the grid. For the start of the race, of course, today in this race, we're going to be having our usual rolling start. Now, here we go. The grid is now being led by our race director in the GT4. Saves. As we are having our technical issues, and we're now again restarting the race. So, again, for our stream, we do have our second perspective, hosted by Hydro. So, and very much thankful for having our second perspective. And again, as we restart for the technical issues that we're currently having, we now have 15 seconds before the start of the race. And again, I do have to remind that we are going to have a rolling start. So you wait then 6 red lights for the start of the rolling. And here they are, now being led by our race director, Flying Sane. Of course, these drivers have to abide by the speed limit of 85 kilometers per hour. And we are going to be joined shortly after the start of the race by Flying Sane again. Wow. Is it any more exciting? As they approach the main straight to signal the start of the race, Flying Sane now diving into the pits. It is in the hands of Tim Stall as we go green for racing. Heading up in the first corner, Tim Stall still in front, maybe a dive from Slushy Cat. And Tim confidently holds the race. Oh, and there's huge trouble, including Julia Brown. There's trouble at the back. Julia Brown and Brad Ems being caught up in the incident, but now everything's working well, everything's fine. As we continue our race, let's watch the guys in front. And what happened? Think we have. I think we are being forced once again to the pits for a restart, perhaps. Do you have any confirmation? What happened? Hydro, you have any insights?
I think there was an incident.
Yes, we did see it from the back of the pack that I think Brad M and Julia Brown were involved.
And it is raining.
It is raining. Wow. Is this part of the plan or is it? It's raining. Wow. First ever wet race in Artito, maybe broadcasted live. Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. One for the history books. That one and see what's happening. Any insights? Anything on the chat, perhaps?
Hmm.
Is it qualifying again? No, I think the race is still starting. The race is still going on. Everybody's just disconnecting from the server, so I think we have to restart as well. Oh yeah, there's trouble going on with the server itself. As we once again try to restart and rejoin. Wow, what happened there? Okay, here we are again as we sort out the problems, and I think everybody lost their qualifying, perhaps, because we started the server. And I don't know what else. I have no further insight on what just happened. But now again, we have a sunny session here in the Nürburgring. And any entertainment. Hydro, do you have any wonderful news or any insights about the track? Can you fill us in?
There will be a lot of tire deg will be high.
What do you know about the track as for racing? What can we see? Anything that will be produced?
But
Okay.
it's gonna be challenging to overtake in the Nordschleife part.
So we've already known that you've driven here before and you've raced competitively here before.
Yeah.
What do you think the key corners or key uh, anywhere else in this part of track that there will be a possible overtaking?
Um, I think we know there will be a good overtaking spot in Dottinger Hohe, the longest straight, and then there's the Flugplatz, the first straight,
How about
and then
in the Nordschleife section? Any key points there?
um, it's not much honestly, but yeah.
So there you go. Helpful insights and what to expect from the driver. From what I know is the fastest driver here in the Nordschleife. As we await
Yeah,
once again for
corner exits
place.
are really important as well.
Yes, that is true. And you've actually told me before that trail braking is very big matter here.
Yeah.
Once again, is this the fourth restart? Perhaps. I think they're fixing the grid on the pre-disqualifying session that we've had. Lots of woes here in the Nordschleife. But what do you think about the track? Is it for these for one for an hour of endurance racing? Is it? Do you think we'll have plenty of action here?
Yeah, because when I race here in the first hour, there's a lot of action. There's a lot of overtakes. And, yeah.
No. I do seem to know that the GT4 cars here are really a force to be reckoned with. These cars are slightly unlike the GT3 cars, isn't it?
Yeah, it has lower downforce.
There we go again, as same leads the pack. Everybody's trying to sort themselves out for positions. Some of the drivers aren't accelerating as we hope, but I think they're just trying to fix themselves. And here we are once again. As everybody tries to catch up and go into double file, and I think there's a McLaren going AWOL. Yeah, here we go. Once again for our 4-3 start. But our second attempt to start the race. Once again, Flying Saint leading the pack. Heading on to the main straight. Irmstall keeping up his tires. Getting ready as he is. Slushy Cat might be anticipating a move into turn 1. Here we go. Flying Saint drives down into the pits. And as they head into the line, we are now officially racing. And Slushy Cat this time has a better run heading into turn 1. And they're going 3 wide perhaps, maybe into turn 1. No, others are playing it safe, and there's a dive from Rohe, and Miko gets collected. He spun round, and everybody else...
Oh!
Hard to tell, but there's...
Turn to a carnage.
Yeah, turn 2 carnage, as we can see from our second perspective. Three drivers are involved in. As everybody else gets away cleanly. Who are the 3 drivers who are involved in that crash, Hydro?
Oh, I didn't see the
names? Okay.
driver names yet,
Oh my
but
God.
I saw there's a McLaren that was involved. The red McLaren.
See? Now, everybody is... have quite a large gap between them, and closest I can see at the moment in front is Julia Brown and Rohe with only 800ths of a second, less than 1 second between each other, and yeah, fairly good race as Timstall now heads into the Nordschleife for the first time in this race.
Definitely a bit of an interesting start there, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was, yeah.
Yep.
I think Roy had a bit of a moment into turn 1, didn't he? I think he tapped Thomas Frank, I would like to say.
I think it was a dive bomb, perhaps. Probably the opportunity was there, but still didn't make it to the base.
No, and the races will go into the Nordschleife section for the first time of what I'd like to say is 8 laps around this racetrack today, or maybe 7. I'm not exactly sure, but yeah, not many laps, obviously, but as you all know, very long lap here around the Nordschleife, isn't it? So, yeah, definitely going to be a race of attrition, this one. But after the opening sector, the bus has opened up a 2-second lead over Slushy Cat. Rohe sitting tightly in third, as G has gone a bit wide there. And I think there was someone else who's hit the wall there. Yeah, someone's gone in the walls. One of the beamers that's gone on the wall, so not ideal.
As well went offline.
Yep. Important for you guys to know that I am sick, so bear with me. I won't have the usual energy,
Julia
but
Brown?
I'll try to bring up. Yep, I think that's Sweet Julian or someone, I think, who's gone around. Yeah, that's Julia Brown who's gone around. I saw the name tag. One of the Mercedes at the 4-kilometer mark of the Nordschleife section. Not very good. Wisely lets everyone go. And then has a bit of a moment there trying to get back in. But I think she's just got very overheated tires. Not ideal. Can she get it flick spin around this time? Slow and steady. There we go.
Here we go. Vito is leading closely to the Turkish driver of Rushdie. Heading into the fault zone.
So, yeah, you're gonna have to tell me the corner names here, Kendrick. As I mentioned, I know the Nordschleife.
For that.
We've got Hydro for the track knowledge here, but he can obviously tell us accurately what position of the track we are in. He's probably done countless kilometers here. As we see, G's gone around, yeah. He's gone around in the McLaren, and there's someone else who's gone around. Absolute mayhem on lap 1. It's Lorenzo, the Italian driver. Wow.
Oh my goodness.
Ideal at all.
See it.
Oh, and he's gone around again. I did say Kendrick, this will be a race of attrition, but it's only a race. If it was a 1-lap race, Kendrick, this afternoon, it would already be a race of attrition. Look how many people have had incidents in that on lap 1.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. I think even Hydro can can relate to this, but racing in the Nordschleife is just a matter of survival out there, don't you think?
Yeah, it really is. It's just a matter of just keeping a car together, and yeah. So as we found on to Miko in 10th place, currently chasing down Vici in 9th. This is the closest battle we have on the track right now, though. We've got 3 cars separated by about 3 seconds for the final points paying position. So, yeah, for the final, yeah. Oh, I think Cat's had an error. Is it? No. What's going on? Can we go on board with Cat? Because there's a lot of movement going around between 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. What's happening here? Okay, no, that's just, I think, something wrong in the timing screens because the positions were swapping left, right, center through there. So it was a bit difficult to keep track of what was happening. But as all that's been happening, Bus is now ahead by 4 seconds. And as long as he keeps his car in the black stuff this afternoon, he's going to be very, very difficult to beat.
I'll tell you what, those McLarens are gonna be flying out here. That car has the, for me, has the best potential to run around in the Nordschleife.
I believe it is the fastest car, but didn't I hear somebody say that the curbs are pretty difficult to take in McLaren around here, which might play an effect in towards the final part of the lap, where you do have to use a lot of the curbs to maximize the lap?
Probably in the GP circuit, you would have to use the curves, but I don't believe you have to touch the curves in the Nordschleife. And
Yep, that's Cat.
interesting line for Cat. He's not using the carousel.
She's not used the carousel all weekend, if I'm not mistaken. It seems to work for her, so she's using the highlight there, which is working quite well. And I think as long as whoever gets, I mean, judging by what Bus has done all weekend, as who is that who's gone wide? Is that? Who is that? I'm not pretty sure who's gone wide who we're on board with here, but yeah. But as I was saying, whoever gets 2nd place today, if Bus doesn't have any issues, it'll be as good as a win for them, don't you think, this afternoon?
No, we can't say that.
Oh, someone's gone straight into the wall at Carousel. Who was that? I saw a car go straight into the wall at Carousel. I can't tell who it was quite into one of the carousels, but someone's gone straight into the wall. And yeah, I'm not really sure who it was, but...
Oh, contact
Who's that?
Suchi and Miko.
Suchi and Miko gone around there. They were battling quite hard for the final points-paying positions, and they're battling a bit too hard
Oh
in
my
lap 1 and
goodness,
2.
the lag is not working well for these drivers.
Yeah, no, it's not. Absolutely not. So, wow. We've already seen more drama in this one lap of racing than we have all of last season, Kendrick. Absolute mayhem.
I'll tell you what, the Nordschleife produces one of the most spectacular races.
Oh my goodness. Wow. And he's going to rejoin. There's going to be someone who's going to be coming in from the opposite side. I'm not quite sure who that was, but oh my goodness, guys. Absolute mayhem on lap 1. Absolute mayhem.
Yeah, I'm telling you, just a foot wrong in this circuit is a big difference. Big difference. But there you are. Yes, I said it's a matter of survival out there.
On board with Rohei. I do expect Rohei to get faster as the race goes on because he has only done the Nordschleife this week, I believe. So every lap he does, I expect him to get faster and faster. And let's forget, Rohei is a championship leader. He won both races last time around. And while he may not have the best chance of winning today, if he can get just a podium, Kendrick, that would be a big win for him.
But I'll tell you what, it's still 53 seconds of dogfight out there.
Yep,
sorry, rather,
absolutely.
53 minutes, sorry. Correction.
Well, a long way to go in this race. Very, very long way to go.
And you can see in the map as well, the experienced drivers are already out in front with a very big gap of 16 seconds.
Yeah.
So the top 3 is very well separated from the rest of the pack.
If I was the top 3 right now, Kendrick, if I were one of those drivers in the top 3, I think all 3 drivers would take that. Because the bus is looking to gain max points. He's going to get max points. Cat is going to be best of the rest if bus doesn't have any issues. And Rohei will be doing more than enough to be preserving his championship lead after his double win at Monza. If I'm one of the top 3 drivers, I don't see any reason to push Kendrick.
No, not at all. I just relax. I mean, for me, driving in the Nordschleife is very therapeutic, if you ask me.
Yeah, very therapeutic if you don't have another 19 drivers chasing you, which the bus does currently. But thankfully for him, he seems to have the pace this afternoon to just do whatever he wants.
Yeah, it's just
So
like a
we'll see.
It's just another Sunday afternoon for him, I guess.
Yeah, or Saturday afternoon, isn't it, if you take in the literal context. So, yeah, as we start, begin lap 2. The bus starts this lap by with a 7-second lead. The most dominant race we've probably seen, Kenjik, is the performance by Sashikat at Sebring last year. Do you think that dominance will be repeated today, or if not better?
I don't know, because if you ask me, in the Nordschleife, you have to be very efficient with your tires.
Yeah, but when you think about the pace advantage that the bus has over everybody else, it wouldn't surprise me if he finishes this race a minute down the road compared to everybody else. Will this be one of the most, if not the most dominant performances we've seen in Artito ever? We'll find out. But as things stand, it's looking good. 7 seconds after lap 1. Yeah, looking good. We'll see what happens. But yeah, look at the gap those three are pulling out front, Kenjay. They are 20 seconds ahead of the rest of the pack. Such dominance. I mean, that's incredible pace from those top 3 out there right now.
Yes, that is indeed true, yeah. You really need to have experience to drive around the Nürburgring. I mean, did you ever know that Robert Kubica, when he was trying to do the tourist lap around here, he has to be validated by the professionals, even though if he is a professional driver here.
Sport had a bit of a moment there going into the Nordschleife section. I think he ran a bit wide.
Yeah, that's
And
gonna
Kai's trying to
compromise
look
him.
around the out. Yeah, Kai's trying to look around the outside, nothing doing there. And yeah, they start the whole position once again, but Swordfish doing quite well in 5th place, has to be said. So he's in a top 5 position, the Corrita's owner in the Mercedes. So yeah, good outfit for him so far. But yeah, as the race starts to take shape, some of the other really regulars, Naf and Bradley Martins, for example, Kenjake, are not really up there. I would have expected them to be at or near the top 5 this afternoon.
Yeah, hold on as I try to sort out my problems here of FPS. I'm really trying my best.
Here we are on board with Miko. He's trying to go for a move here on Brad M. He's not going to be close enough. Oh, Brad M has a bit of a moment in mid-corner. Miko will have the exit, so he's going to have a great slipstream here. Does he have enough to go alongside? I think Brad M is just going to let him go. Smart move there from Brad M. No point fighting a driver that much faster than you. Swatson right behind, so Brad M moves up. Brad M loses a spot. Miko gains one as we now go on board with is it Clyde? Yeah, it's Clyde chasing down Swordfish for 5th place here in the Nordschleife section. And Clyde's trying to put his car in positions where Sword's not, but the issue is around this part of the track. Oh, he put a wheel on the grass. Ideal. He's gonna suffer from a lack of grip through this part. I can tell you, Kenjake, I'm pretty sure you can relate. Having grass at this part of the track is probably the worst place to have grass on this track.
I mean, don't get me wrong. If I do my hot laps, I sometimes dip my wheels into the grass in some sections, but not through the braking zones.
No, not at all. Not when the corner's coming up that fast, so absolutely not. But Rohei, I remember what I said about Rohei getting faster lap after lap. Look at the gap between Cat and Rohei. It's a 1.5 seconds. So Rohei starting to make inroads on Cat for 2nd place, and in the championship that's going to be as closely contested as we expect it to be. Every point will matter. This is round 2 out of 10. So if Rohei can get in front of Cat and nab those 3 extra points, that'll be mighty in terms of the championship come the end of the season.
Tell you what though, I'm very envious of these drivers. I really want to drive around here.
Absolutely. So, tell you who I would envy right now. I would envy the bus. He is absolutely cruising up front this afternoon.
Oh my goodness me! Is that fish? Is that swordfish?
Yeah, Sword had a big moment there, and Clyde will slide it down the inside, and I think he's got the jump he has, and Clyde will move up into 5th place into the top 5, and now Naf is looking to grab the position on Swordfish. Swordfish will have to take a deep breath here. Really, as Naf will line it up the inside. He's understeering a bit on exit. Just about holds it together. Wow, that was a bit sketchy through there.
Yes, that is true, but they're now on the breathe. They can now once again breathe while heading up to the carousel.
Absolutely, Kenjay. So we will. These people will. Hydro, you're gonna have to jump in a bit more. We are absolute Nordschleife newbies here, especially with corner names. I don't know which one. I mean, I know which one of the track they are, but none of the corner names. But there's this one corner coming up, which I'm pretty sure you know. Very sketchy in some cars. Can be flat in some.
The corner name is called Mud Curve.
Mud curve as Ford tries to go around the outside of Clyde. Can he make it stick? Going into this car. Oh, he does! Wow! What a move around the outside from Swordfish when he's overshot the corner just a bit. Can he get the car stopped? Yes, he can. He's gonna have the exit velocity, and he can now. Yep, he's gonna keep it nice and steady to the carousel. He goes back into 5th place, a position he lost after that little error he did. And it seemed Clyde is also doing the outside. I think Sword didn't want to do the outside. He missed the carousel. Yeah.
I think Rohe is catching up to Cat.
Yeah, Rohe is catching up to Cat. Rohe. I'll say this, Kenjay. Massive fair play to Rohe. Oh, Rohe, keep it clean! Rohe, you please keep it clean. 3rd place is more than good enough for him to be still leading his championship at the end of it. So he needs to just focus on keeping it clean. At the moment, he's pushing. At the moment, he's pushing really hard to try and stay with Cat. So let's see. Don't touch the curb. Yeah, as I'm pretty sure Hydra can tell you guys, touching the curb through sector 3 in some of these cars is a bad idea. Oh, Cat had a bit of a moment there. Over the bump. Well, you can see the rear end was very unstable through there. Thankfully, was able to get the car. The ascent's quite good over the bumps and curves, so that must have played a big factor. But yeah, as we go back on board with Clyde, really getting close to Swordfish there. Wonder if there was a bit of latency contact there, but yeah, you could see Swordfish's back end moving around just a bit. So yeah, let's go back on board here with Rohe. I think this battle's brewing up. As we will start lap 3 very shortly. So you can have the slipstream down here. The McLaren doesn't have the straight line speed, I believe, as much as the other cars. So it'll be interesting to see how this goes. But he's going to be in the slipstream. This is quite a long back straight here. And he's closing that gap ever so gently. If the move does happen, I expect it to happen in the GT section turn 1. But having said that, you never know. Cat can miss a braking point. It's very easy to miss your braking point in these coming few corners around the Nordschleife. So see what happens as Rohe starts to inch a bit closer to the Thai driver, the defending series champion against the current championship leader. Yeah, it's going to be an interesting battle for the best for second place here. As all that's been happening, Rashi's dropped 30 seconds behind this leading pack. 40 seconds actually if you include the bus. Such is the dominance of these 3 out front.
850 for Tim Stall. Wow.
Oh,
yeah, incredible pace. Let's go back on board with Rohe, shall we? He's done an 854. He was around 1.2 seconds quicker on that lap. Let's stay on board with him as he starts to inch closer to Cat. I do expect him to have the pace advantage on Cat through this part of the track as well. He is quite a quick driver on the GT part of the track. So let's see what happens. I believe Nico and Clyde are having an incredible battle for 6th place. But we'll stay on board with these two to see what. Oh, Rohe missed the apex there. Thankfully, the straight after is not too long as he goes into the right hander here. And yeah, Cat holding station for now. So in comparison, Rashi is currently lapping 15 seconds off the pace compared to the leading trio. 20 seconds if you take Buster's pace. Wow, these, yeah, really. It's a tale of 3 races, isn't it? It's a tale of 3 races, Kenjake, isn't it? You've got Bus out front who's doing his own race. Yeah. You've got Cat and Rohe doing their own race. You've got the pack behind them doing their own race.
Yeah, everybody has they just have to maintain. Just keep it on the black. Everything will work out itself.
Yeah, and it's not on board with Sword and Clyde show because those are an incredible back and forth battle here.
You know,
Let's see, as it's a three-way battle as Miko has joined into the fray. So Sword goes defensive into this part of the track.
he
Clyde will
has
try to
two
hang it around.
Filipinos on his back, and
Yeah.
I think
I-
Antonio's going around the outside, but doesn't make it any hits.
Oh!
A little bit of
He's-
contact.
Yeah, there's his fellow
the
compatriot up
contact.
there.
No
Another-
gentlemanly love, mate. This is race. This is car racing. There is no gentlemanly love. There is no nationality love. It's every man for himself in this race, in a racetrack. So, yeah. Swordfish finds a way into 5th place. Miko in 6th. As Sword missed his breaking point a bit there, didn't he? And you can see he lost a bit of time there. So, yeah. What's going on with Rohe? Has he made a mistake there? It says he's 11 seconds behind. I think he's made a mistake.
Yeah, I think he made a mistake. And
Because look at that, he is so far behind Cat's team.
Exactly,
Yes.
it cost him a lot.
Definitely for him, he's got a big gap behind. So, like I said, if Rohe was smart now, he would just keep it on the black stuff. We'll see.
Now you don't know about these cars. These cars are sometimes unpredictable.
They are. I have driven them a bit. They are not. As we see, Miko lining up a move into 5th place. He passes Swordfish. Very nice and neat move into the Nordschleife section. What's not a cleaner move we've seen, isn't it? Kendrick, very nice move.
Very nice move
So-
from Miko indeed.
Miko moves up into 5th place.
Tell you what though, Miko isn't just any ordinary driver out there. And I think there's contact between Clyde and Swordfish. I think Swordfish just loses it there.
Well, I think they've gone around. Fortunate. So,
Quite
Yeah, wow.
unfortunate for that driver. Yeah, as I said, yeah, touching those curves is really deadly. And I think he just recovered well. He's still not that far away from the group that he was battling with, but we have the two tails of this M4 drivers between Nap and Clyde Antonio. I'll tell you, I have a question for you, Hydro. Have you ever attempted an overtake at a Schweidenkreuz?
Yeah, it almost ended badly.
Is it possible to go around the outside? The compression through there is quite amazing if you ask me. Oh, Nap loses it in going through up and
Ooh.
out. That's very bad.
yes!
I think the compression got him.
Yeah, I think the car bottomed out a bit there, didn't it? Oh! Thankfully he's kept the car rolling straight, so wow.
Yeah, it's fairly hard through there. Especially with these cars, you can't really adjust most of the suspension. I don't think you can even control the suspension at all. But yeah, there you go. Finally, Clyde Antonio and Miko is getting the benefit of 5th and 6th.
We take a quick break on the broadcast and be right back. Can we do that?
Any close battles do we have? For 11th place, we have Suchi and Vitomic.
Hello?
Alright.
You guys?
Battle for 10th place, we have.
I was gonna say, can we take a quick break and be right back? Is there a way to do that?
If you want to, I'll keep it.
Yep, I will be right back. Yep, because I'm a bit sick. I'm just gonna quickly go grab some. So, be right back.
Alright, now, given how long the track is, for about the 24-hour layout is how many kilometers? I know the Nordschleife is around 20.
Yeah, one lap run, 25 kilometers. And
So 25 kilometers, and there's action
he,
everywhere.
yeah,
Yeah, you were
yeah.
saying?
Can you repeat the question?
No, I thought you were about to say something. Sorry.
Yeah.
Anyway, the driver is driving in their own pack right now, and I think Nap and C. Antonio is having a good battle again. Nap has once again caught up to Clyde. Neither, like at the moment, they're running with only one class, a single class race here. But how difficult is it to run with a different class, especially when you're in the heat of a battle? How do you manage to make an overtake once there's traffic with a lower class?
Um,
Yeah, take your time to compose the answer.
yeah, I'm not really good at this.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, you can take your time. You can go by anything you want. You can go by anything you want. Okay, let's make it simple for you. How do you manage traffic around here? If it,
hold on, Sushi crashed.
Sushi crash?
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. And exactly at the YouTuber's corner as well. One for the compilations, I guess. As a Nap inches closer to Clyde Antonio. Heading to the longest section, or rather the longest straight here in the Nordschleife, or in the Nürburgring. Multiple corrections there, and top 3 is so far from the main pack.
Looks like NAF has the slipstream.
Nap does have the slipstream, or fairly close to each other. It's going to be sketchy on the braking zones, as I think Antonio's trying to weave there, but there he goes. Nap, I think, is now side by side and gets it around the outside probably. They're still side by side. And Nap takes the position away from Clyde Antonio, heading into the GP circuit, and I think somebody crashed there.
Oh,
Who was it, Tyro? Who was it?
it's Rusty.
It's Rossi. Guy in 4th place lost it. Probably under the brakes. And who was
Oh,
it? Is it Clyde?
Clyde.
It's Clyde.
Yeah.
Was he pushed? Or did he just lose it heading into diving down the pits?
Let me check.
As Swordfish and Brad M is having a tight ding dong battle and hits one of each other. Quite unfortunate for those two as they made contact in the turn 3, I presume. And that's going to be further investigated after the race. So was it Clyde? So Clyde, Tsuchi, and Vanya Tomic are the 3 drivers who went for the early pit stop. What do you think, Hydro? And Clyde loses it with cold tires. What do you again, Hydro? What do you think? Will it benefit you in this big of a track to stop early compared to the rest of the field? Does the undercut work?
Well, if your pace is good enough, then it might work.
So it's down to pace.
Yeah, for this track, yeah.
So what about for the average Joe of the drivers? Do you think if you're in the middle of the pack, perhaps, will it be more beneficial to you to just stay out and prolong your tires?
I'd say I don't think it will work.
Ah, that's an honest answer from you. There we go. Simple question, simple answer. That's what we get from one of the maestros of the circuit. Now, who do we have battling at the moment? Because Tim Stahl is just running away with it and confidently, smoothly executing each section and each corner of the track. And pretty much the top three is just far apart from each other. And the guy in third place, Rohit, the Iron Will Jamaican, has a 38-second gap from Miko, who is currently in front of the mid-pack. And still has a 6-second gap between Naf. Naf, meanwhile, in fifth place, have a very big gap of 17. Even make that 18-second gap if we round it off from Brad Ems. Followed by Swordfish with a 3.1 second gap. Yeah, I think action is dying down for a bit here, but is this I don't know, I don't want to butcher his name, but Levente here is the only person we have at the moment who is closely battling with Vitomic. You've driven these cars before, right, Hydro? GT4 cars?
Yeah, I've driven them for a bit.
So among the top 4 cars here, which one would you rather take if you're running in the in this circuit, this layout, perhaps?
I would use the McLaren.
Mainly because of its agility, perhaps?
Yeah, it has pretty good traction.
What about for does it have any fight in terms of straight line speed, considering we have a very long straight?
If you're in the slipstream, then you will probably have a fight.
There we go. And what about the other cars? What's your take on that? What about Slushy Cat with the Aston Martin? Which part of the track do you think she'll benefit with?
I'd say in the straights because it's much faster than a McLaren in terms of top speed. Yeah.
And is the Aston Martin currently the fastest in the straight line?
No.
You think the Merc has it?
Yeah, but I don't think they'll benefit from the top speed. There's a lot of corners in this track.
So yeah, you've driven here before with a GT3 car, and how exactly do you set up the car? Do you compromise the straight and just go for all-out downforce for the corners, or would you sacrifice a bit of downforce just to have a bit more pace on the straights?
I'd say you should aim for the stable aero platform. So you don't it's a compromise between the
Straight line and cornering. Good
yeah,
answer.
you wouldn't want to stall the let's say in Flugplatz,
Yeah.
Flugplatz or other high-speed corners such as Nürburgring.
Now we know that exactly, and it's very different story with the suspension as well. You really have to be in depth in terms of setting up and tuning it, right?
Yeah,
There's a lot of bumps here, but at the same time, you want it to be soft, but at the same time firm, correct? Or is it?
well,
Yeah, you go on, go on.
hold on.
The action is quite null at the moment as because of the pit stops. I think they have been it's quite a reasonable gap between each other here. But yeah, I'll wait for your answer if you still want to answer it.
Yeah. So we generally aim for soft suspension, but you lessen the travel so we don't bottom out.
Gotcha. But how do you deal, especially with the Foxhole being notorious for huge compressions, and how do you deal if you're using with us? If you're going to a softer suspension?
You lessen the travel range and rely more on bump stops.
Oh, I see. There we go. Drivers are far from each other there. We still have less than 30 minutes to go. About 25 minutes, yep. And we still have a pit window of 17 minutes. And oh, and here we go. Here's some action. Rohe and Kat has now pitted. And Tim Stahl here, the bus, is currently extending his lead. What do you think, Hydro? Do you think he'll pick the next lap? Or does he extend for 2 more laps?
I think he may pit in the next lap.
Yeah, so game
Because
on.
16 minutes left and 1 lap is almost 9 minutes.
I see. So if he's going to extend it, then he has to. He doesn't even need to push, if I'm not mistaken. Quite a large gap of 26 seconds. You think he'll survive? You think he'll maintain his lead if he pits the next lap? If he keeps it clean?
I think so, yeah.
Well, there we go. So Tim Stahl, the bus, is currently cruising away to victory. Given by how things are going.
But I think if he pits, he may exit behind the cat.
If he pits,
Sorry about that, my fellas. My throat's giving me a lot of issues with this flu, but I'm back. 20 minutes left on the clock. What have I missed out on? I saw Azza said that league tickets is going to be absolute fire at the end of this race, which doesn't make me happy. So
it's been pretty clean
he's,
on my end at the moment, so from what I've
okay.
watched.
So we're on board here with the bus as he goes to the Nordschleife section for his 5th lap. So at the end of this lap, how many laps are we expecting? 3 laps more at the end of this lap?
Yeah. Maybe
Yeah.
4 laps. I don't know. 3 of
Yeah, he's not
4
pitted
laps.
yet, though, has he? He's not pitted
He
yet,
hasn't.
so
He hasn't, yeah.
I expect him to pit very shortly. He did say to me on the top of the show that he expects to be pitting maybe lap 5, but he did say that lap 4 is the minimum he would pit. So it's gonna be interesting to see if he does pit this lap, where he would rejoin back. But Nap is only 8 seconds behind Rohe. Rohe made more mistakes there. Because the gap's kind of come down between Naf and Rohe there, so Naf's doing quite well to be in 4th place. All top 6 drivers, yeah, are all league veterans, aren't they? So the veterans very much showing up this afternoon for the race.
Yes, that is indeed true, and they're quite far from each other. If you quite far, I haven't seen any battles.
Not at all. So there's a pretty long track. We expected the gaps to open up quite a bit between drivers. The pit stops will be happening, but it's just been one of those very eventful races at the start. But once the gaps have opened up, it's not been that eventful. But plenty of storylines still to follow, like when you think about it in the grand scheme of things. So, and we still have pit stops to come, and we all know how chaotic pit stops were last week. So anything can still happen with about 3 laps to go, 4 laps to go, whatever it is.
Indeed, it has, and Swordfish.
So we've got a McLaren in 1st, we've got an Aston in 2nd, another McLaren in 3rd. I believe Naf is driving a BMW in 4th, and we've got Miko in 5th, who is in a McLaren. So definitely, once again, the McLarens are showing up this afternoon, aren't they? It's safe to say that McLaren might be the most preferred and the fastest GT4 this season.
Exactly. I mean,
Given on our 2 races. Given on our 2 races worth of evidence, Suchi's got a bit wide there. Not ideal for him.
And you're, as Hydra said, you're going to prefer the agility of the McLaren here.
Yeah, especially on a track like this where there's a lot of left-right quick chicanes, quick change of directions. The McLaren, yeah, should definitely be the fastest because Bus has opened up a 30-second gap to Sashi Cat behind. Incredible.
And mind you, he's gonna have to pit. Yeah, he's going to pit and might be still be in 1st place.
Imagine, yeah, that would be quite crazy. To pit and still come out in 1st place. So we'll see how that turns out for him. So pretty as we see Sushi trying to chase down Vanya and Tomic in 7th place. Yes, so we'll see how this battle goes. But yeah, currently the top 3 looking pretty much well and secure on their way to get their championship points. Like I said before, if those top 3 finish where they are, it'll be quite nice for them. So it'd be good for NAF as well, wouldn't it, to get in 4th place?
Oh, Suchi's
Is
getting
Rohi
really
on
close.
That's a very good point.
Who is on what at the moment? Sorry?
It says Rohi's on wet tires.
I'm gonna find...
Very interesting. It says he's on wet tires, so if that is the case, that's not good, because his tires will be overheating like crazy in these hot temperatures right now.
He is currently in wet tires. I can see the treads on those tires. He's not using
Oh my
slicks.
god, how has that happened? No wonder NAF has been closing in so much. Those tires will be thermally degraded so much by the end of the race. Once again, Rohe.
Yeah. That's a blunder right there, if you ask me.
Big blunder. Very big blunder. And
who knows? Probably.
now the question is, can he...
Yeah.
I'm confident in him still having the pace to hold off 3rd, provided his tires don't thermally degrade. The difference between tire wear and tire thermal degradation is tire wear is the physical wear of the tread, which happens through laps and laps of running, whereas thermal degradation is just a tire being overworked internally and the cold temperature is rising, whereas there's still tread left on the tire. So that's the main difference, and he's going to have massive amounts of thermal deg right now. So even though he may have tread, he's going to be slipping and sliding everywhere. So he's going to have to do his best to minimize his slip angles as much as possible, because I don't think he can afford to pit again. So, I mean, he can choose to pit, Kenjay, because I think he has that much of a pace advantage. He might lose a position to NAF, but he may be able to gain it back. As Ford once again has gone wide there.
Wide as well.
Yeah. I mean, if I were Rohe, 3 laps to go at the end of this one, I think it's probably worth pitting. Because the gap's closing. He will lose a position in NAF anyway. He might as well be safe and pit. You cannot have wet tires all the way till the end. So we'll see how that pans out. So yeah,
Now,
once again, another big error from Rohe.
oh
Big
my god,
error.
he's trying. He almost lost it through Stefan De Lopez.
Absolutely. So
Those tires are not ideal to run around here. I mean, I know that the Michelin Pilot Sport Cup 2Rs are great, but these rain tires are not cutting up for the slicks.
no, when you've got a tire that's meant to be running in temperatures much cooler than this, the thermal degradation must be through the roof right now. So the tread will start wearing off as well. So not ideal. Let's
It
see if he
seems
does
that
pit.
Tim has already pitted.
Has he?
Yeah.
The bus has already pitted. Or is he going in the pits now?
No, he's not.
He's staying out.
He's staying out. He's staying out.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's
according to
pitted
my
already.
yeah.
Yeah, he's pitted already.
Really, I haven't seen
Yeah.
that.
It says P. Go on Tim's name again.
Yeah, he did pit on the 4th lap already. Wow, I did
Yeah.
not see that. I did not
Has
expect
Pat
that.
pitted yet?
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
He pitted the same lap as Rohe. But Rohe,
Naf still hasn't pitted. Only Naf has yet to pit.
But I want
Okay,
to
so Naf's yet to pit. Rohe should pit.
Yeah,
I think he should pit personally. If Naf's not pitted, he should pit and put slicks on. There is no reason for him to be going out and keep driving on wet tires when he will still come out in the same position. So let's see what he does.
He's staying out. He's
staying
staying out.
May work. I'm not saying it won't work. I'm not the one driving the car, but I just think it would have been safer for him to pit. You know, he would have still come out in 4th place because Naf is yet to make his stop. There it is. So
there he goes. He's
we'll see.
pitting in.
We'll see if that call works out. I mean, if his Champions just won over every single round, and we'll see. It might work out for him. So
Now with Naf pitted, I think Rohe has a very big window to pit for slick tires now. But here's the main question: can he survive another lap of wets here?
he's 34 seconds currently ahead of Miko. It says his last lap was a 9:40, but that's including transit time out of the pit lane.
Exactly.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think we should watch Ford and the others. They're pretty close to each other.
I'm watching Swordfish once again
Swordfish?
battling with Clyde Antonio here.
These two cannot be separated this afternoon, can they?
No, they're
They have
really
been
battling
glued
hard.
to each other. Oh, look at that. He's going for the tiniest of gaps through the final sector there. Wow. We've got... Is that Funny Atomic right behind those two?
Yeah,
It's Rusty.
Okay. Incredible.
Yeah, but here we go once again with these two drivers. They're side by side without even without the slipstream. But I think the Turkish driver might have the best out of the two of them. Oh, this is going to be sketchy through Tiergarten now. There's 3 of them battling for position, and there's contact between them on the brakes.
Big contact, but they keep it together
Oh
though,
my-
somehow.
Yeah, but whoa.
By the way, Shane, do you see the circular button beside the watch stream?
Yes, I do.
You should click that so you
Ah.
can see both screens at the same time.
Ah, yes, I've just done that. Beautiful. So I'm watching your stream now. And they go side by side into turn 1. Clyde lighting it up into turn 1. Sword, if he can... nah, I think Clyde had him cleared. If Sword kept his nose in there, that would have been a pretty big, nasty crash. So,
Yeah, he's flashing him at
Yeah.
the moment. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, everybody's on the lights now. I think the sun is setting.
yeah, the sun is starting to set. So,
Yeah, I'm really envious with these drivers. I want the race here. Give me a pass. I would love to race here with with Hydro. It's been quite a while since I last raced, isn't it? A proper
Oh.
endurance race, and Swordfish loses it on exit.
Ah, Swords lost it on the exit. Ah, unfortunate for Swordfish. Absolutely unfortunate. Lost it there. He's going to come under pressure here from Fanny Atomic. He's going to have to get his groove back. You know, like once you drive this track without so many mistakes, you get into a groove. And because it's such a long track, it's so difficult to get back in the groove. So he's going to have to work again to get back into it. But yeah, a costly error there. And he's now out of the points.
He's trying. He might try it here in the chicane, but I don't think that's ideal because that's a very narrow line through there.
Absolutely.
So much pressure from Swordfish today, isn't it? But I'm quite amazed by that Clyde Antonio driver. He's really keeping his nose clean at the moment. And he's getting the fruit of all of this. And Rossi is now currently right behind the heels of Antonio.
Can he find a way past them? That's the question.
Yeah,
It's very difficult to overtake around Nordschleife. And I remember, I was just had the stream muted while I was doing my home therapy for the throat. I remember you asking Hydra something along the lines of how do you pass someone who's faster? I believe the strategy we had was hold that thought. Oh, that was really close. Rashi will try to go around the outside here. Can he make it stick? Let's find out.
This is going to be
Oh my
sketchy
God.
for the both of them. And as Rossi
They're gonna go side by side. He's on the grass. He's on the
Rashi
grass.
lost it.
Oh, it's gonna be a monumental crash here.
That's
Oh,
not
is he
an
gonna come? Oh,
That's not ideal.
Oh, yeah.
It's very hard to do it right there.
yeah, going side by side through there. 9 times out of 10 never works, even with the most experienced drivers. So
Yeah, I mean,
unfortunate there.
I treat Schweidenkreuz the same as the what corner is it? It's Spa again.
Which one?
The very fast.
No name? Who one?
No. The iconic one. How can I forget?
Who one? Camelo?
Radion and
Oruj Radion.
yeah, Oruj and Radion. Yeah, I treat it the same way as that because I believe there's only one line through there.
Absolutely. So, yeah. Anyways, going back to our conversation about passing slower cars, I think our main strategy was that we try and stay behind them. We don't force the issue, and we only go for a move when we're 100% certain that the move is on into a slow speed corner. Risking it into a fast speed corner was not going to be worth it.
Sketchy once again for Swordfish.
Yeah, massive tank slapper. He's abusing that traction control this afternoon as well, isn't he?
Yeah,
He's getting sideways more than any other driver. So
I mean, he's using most of the curves.
yeah, he is. So
Oh, he lost it, I guess.
Yep.
Traction control is not gonna save you in that section, though.
Really not.
Currently now.
Oh, he lost it.
Once again lost the loot.
Oh, he has been.
Suchi again also.
Jeez. Absolute mayhem, and look at that!
Rossi.
Rashi somehow is back into the points after that off he had. Absolute mayhem here for the final points main positions.
Here we go.
Wow.
Swordfish.
Oh my goodness me.
Battle for 10th place is going to be intense for that one final point, isn't it? They're really proving us that do or die for 1 point. But yeah, points are points indeed for the championship. How is it gonna look for these guys in the carousel? And Swordfish dips again to the grass. He's really taking all of those tracks. Once again, he's losing it everywhere. Those tires are cooked at this point.
Ooh.
It's not looking good for these guys. They're all everywhere at the moment, and Rossi takes it down the inside. Probably it doesn't make it stick, but he's really close. He's getting really close there.
Ooh.
This,
It was so close.
Yeah, that was a bump, I presume, from Rossi. Vanya is not making a good line out of there. It's really compromising Rossi here. He's flashing him. Yeah, that's not really nice. It's really close between each other. It's really hard to pass the right. Even if the driver is slow in front of you, it's really hard to pass. And here we go, dive down the inside probably. YouTuber's corner. Will we see a big incident? No. He got away cleanly.
On the outside?
No, he takes the inside
nothing
and takes
doing
the
there.
bump once again.
Oh. Well, it seemed like a bit of latency there on the switchback. Might be mistaken, but yeah.
And Rossi heads up to 8th place after all of that action. Losing it through there. Wow, Jesus. And here we go, once again, Swordfish making the pressure on to Tonic. Tomic, sorry, here we go.
Oh.
And he loses it. I'll tell you what though, Tomic is being, I think he's being
These cars are really unstable and under braking.
yeah, exactly. He's being a hazard to the other drivers as well. I really don't like what's happening with
Oh,
him.
almost went off track again. Swordfish.
Ooh, he's bouncing. Tell you what though, I think that's on my take here. I think Tonic is. Some actions there were unsportsmanlike. Maybe it's the lag. But I really don't like the blocking action that he was doing. He's just parking it everywhere. I believe he has to concede there. Whoa, that was the action there, really tight. Between the three drivers of Rossi, Tomic, and Swordfish. That was intense.
Oh! Swordfish lost it again.
Yeah, that car isn't really stable on his hands. You think, at which point of the corner is he losing it? Is it often on the exit, correct?
Yeah.
So he's really...
Sometimes in the braking as well.
So yeah, I think it's a glimpse of he's really pushing. He really wants to move about in the positions. Goodness me, if I was that, I would be shitting bricks at right now. Alright! There we go, he's on the gravel.
He has been sending it all day, hasn't he? He's really been taking liberties with his traction control, and yeah, it's gone around again. He's still in the points though somehow. Fair play to him.
That
Must
is
be a record for the amount of spins he can have and still get the points. So
quite unfortunate, but at the same time, still in 10th position for that single point.
it's starting to get dark as well, isn't it? So light may be a bit of a factor for some of these drivers who may not be as experienced around this racetrack. So
Yeah, probably the PP depends on the PP filter. You might have more glare, you might have no glare.
yeah. Let's go over with the bus. See what's up with him, shall we? It's got a nice cushion of 27 seconds. I'm pretty sure he's just managing at this point.
He's probably enjoying a pint of Häagen-Dazs at the moment.
Yeah, probably a bit more than that. Maybe he has a don't drink and drive bus. Might as well open a cold one at this point. Pop the champagne early. He's He's absolutely cruising out front. He's going to be on his final lap on the next time around.
He is weaving.
Okay, Buzz, keep it calm. I don't need to remind you of a certain race a few months ago.
Oh my god, he might be singing Katy Perry on that cockpit at the moment.
Oh my god, he is weaving as well. Look at him. It's almost like he knows the
It's a
broadcast is on him.
Sunday drive!
Buzz, keep it together, mate. As he's closing in on his first ever league race Artito win. He won the test race, but this will be his first ever Artito league race win, so yeah. Buzz well on his way. Should have done a double at Monza. But obviously we all know what happened with the pit stop issues, so on his way to make a statement and put himself back into that championship hunt up at the top.
It's more than just a statement, Zane.
Definitely more than just a statement. So as we go into the carousel for the penultimate time, the first carousel that is, and he's got about 28 seconds up the road, and yeah, that top three. Mika's found a way up into fourth place. The Filipino driver, it's a great drive for him, isn't it? To be up into fourth place.
I quite expected it for his caliber of talent. He's no slouch as a driver.
Absolutely not. Great to see him up there. Absolutely.
Great to see him back. It's taking liberties out of the grass, mowing some lawn a bit. Yeah, I can remember his Formula 4 car. Yeah, correct. His Formula 3 car, perhaps. Yeah. He's just been steady out there, and Rome still keeping third place, even with those wet tires. Now that to me is a statement. Racing with wets.
He somehow made it work. Fair play to him. I don't know how he's made it work, but incredible.
Handicap, I presume. Yeah, there we go. 4 seconds, 2 seconds. I think, yeah, here we go. Just one more lap for the bus here.
It's starting to get really dark now.
Oh, it's good. This is what I like. I want to see more sunsets in the Nordschleife. I keep saying Nordschleife. It's the whole 24-hour version. Sorry. It's the endurance layout. I like it. It's lights are on. It's going dark. This is my ideal. I think this is my ideal cruise around the Nordschleife. By the looks of things, I think this race is starting to look like a Rustfahrten.
We end under the lights. That'll be quite interesting to see if we do end under the lights. Might be close.
We should do it. We have Singapore in the calendar.
No, we don't.
No, why don't we race under the lights in Singapore? I mean, Singapore's great and all. It's very technical.
We did last season. Or no, season 4 we did. Yeah, season 4 we did.
It's around 8 p.m. in game right now.
Wow.
Might see darkness.
I want to see nighttime. I want to see these drivers running in the night.
1 lap to go. You might see a bit of that, Kendrick. We're on to the final lap. Bus, who's led this race, start to finish, is looking to pick up the maximum haul of points, 39 points, well on his way as he begins the final lap out front with nobody behind him, 33 seconds up the road. Won't be as dominant a performance as the one we saw at Sebring last season, but this would be a big statement drive, wouldn't it, Kenjay?
And what, as I said, it's more than just a statement. You know what? If the Nürburgring isn't getting any darker, my eyes are from this lead.
Absolutely.
Very dominant drive, I tell you. He's really experienced around here. I think, I really believe he's singing Katy Perry there. It's even funny that he's German and singing Katy Perry. I hope he is singing Katy Perry at the moment.
Notice how you didn't say Taylor Swift there, mate.
Ah!
He is weaving.
He
Yeah.
is weaving.
He
He
is.
is enjoying some pop music in there somewhere. He
I
really
bet me and Hydra are gonna have a field day after this race with him to talk about this weaving. Um, what is it in the rule book that I say about weaving? Maximum of 2 weaves before you have to pick a line. I
Yeah.
just slap him with a penalty at the end of the race.
Given that it is in the rule books, it is stated there.
uh,
I
yeah,
tell you what, even
incredible
if you
drive.
did give him a time penalty, it's useless at this point.
Yeah, it will be absolutely useless. He's more than 30 seconds up the road. As he goes into the Nordschleife section for the final time this afternoon and this evening, actually, at this point, if you look outside
So dark.
on the track.
So dark.
Yeah, it is around 8:23 in game.
I'm trying to put the exposure a bit higher now.
And I think the sunset is around 8:40 in the Nürburgring.
What a time to finish the race, right? Under the sunset. Beautiful, isn't it? How is it to drive at the Nürburgring at the night? I mean, I've only tried it in hot laps, but I've never done it under an actual race.
You should ask Bus.
Oh, that's true.
He did
Yes, yes, he did.
He did most of the night stints, yes.
Exactly. Well, I was watching him, and every corner there's a slower car of a lower class.
This win, Ken Jake, will put him within 19 points of the championship lead. Game very much back on at the top of the championship. He will be up into second place or third place, I would like to say. Naf will be up there as well. Rohe will still be leading the championship if things stand as they are. But yeah, the bus will move within 19 points of the championship lead.
Yeah, but how
He
is
will
it?
get a maximum haul of points.
Yeah, but how is it looking at the moment for our defending champion right now?
I believe she's got 4 points because she got deducted 10 points for the previous race. So if she were to finish second, she would have a grand total of the 31 points. So the bus would be ahead of the championship.
Wow. Okay, so big stories.
So yeah, once again, that points penalty this time around can be very costly for Sashi Can come the end of the season with the caliber of drivers we have this season. 10 points would be will also likely make a big difference. So we'll see come the end of the season. But yeah, the bus is putting himself back into the championship hunt as we are on board with him for the final time.
He's not letting up, is he?
No, he's not. Look at the gap. He's almost a minute. Oh, he's more than a minute ahead of Rohe. He is just about 36 seconds up the road. Which I don't think he'll be too satisfied with. I was expecting him. I think I was expecting to put a minute, but I'm pretty sure he's been conserving quite a bit during this race. He's had no.
I don't see you conserving when you're swerving around.
That is true. Look at him. He's swerving around.
He is
No chill, has he?
He is a very happy fellow at the moment.
Yeah, he's absolutely loving life right now. Is this how Max Verstappen feels when he's driving around these days?
Might be calling Nelly. I mean, sorry, no, Kelly TK. Midway through the race, asking how's life. How is it in the paddocks?
We all know Max Verstappen's thinking about what iRacing lobby he's going to go into after the race. We all know that.
Or
So
maybe FIFA. Maybe he's thinking of FIFA. It's either iRacing or
That is
FIFA.
that is true.
This has been a pleasure. I mean, I'll tell you what, having two different perspectives during the live stream is really awesome. I would love to see it again, Hydro.
Yeah.
Every time you're available, you should as well. Give us that second screen.
Yeah, I will be the onboard TV.
Nice. We do have a very promising statement from Hydro there.
17 points actually he would move into of the championship lead, I think. By my calculations here. Not 19.
By your calculations, is he gonna win the championship by 1 point as well?
I bet all the Ferrari fans wish to be hearing that one day soon, but we don't know if that will ever come. So
If they turn blue, they will win the championship once again.
It's getting really dark in game now.
I mean, yeah, that's quite a statement even for me as a Ferrari fan. I want them to win again.
It's around 9 p.m. in game.
Oh yeah, it's...
My goodness,
That's
he
a
is
7.5.
chilling out. What is... Oh, he's doing a bit of a power slide now as well. See, flexing out front, isn't he?
I'll tell you what, he might have turned off that traction control and just letting the car slide through those corners.
40 seconds up the road, he can do what he wants at this point, can't he?
Yeah, I'll tell you one how to celebrate a gap like this. You should do a Max Verstappen and just slow down in the finishing line. Just do a burnout.
Pretty sure that's not allowed anymore, is it? In the IRL F1 Championship. Pretty sure they banned it straight after that race.
Yeah, I mean that is. If you're gonna ask me, you're still going to be a hazard because once you cross the line, other cars are still racing.
Yeah, exactly. So that's the thing. The bus goes to the carousel for the final time and you go onto the back straight section of the Nordschleife. And must say, guys, it looks incredible, doesn't it, to see these cars under the lights around the Nordschleife. Yeah, especially at dusk.
I want to see more of these races with an even a bigger pack. At least for the Nordschleife, I want more drivers to come here.
Look at the sky.
Yeah, the sky is looking beautiful this evening in the Nordschleife. In the Nürburgring, sorry, not the Nordschleife. Yeah, but I want to see night races here. I kind of miss not only racing.
Yeah, he will line it up through these final few sections of the Nordschleife for the final time. The bus will navigate through these final few corners. What a drive this has been, start to finish, absolute domination, maximum haul of point, 39 points. Welcome back to the championship fight. His first win in Artito Racing. Tim Stahl, the bus, wins the Nordschleife for round 2 of season 7 here at Artito Racing. A statement drive, crushing the opposition. What a drive. Slushy Cat 42 seconds behind. He is so far out front. He can stop now, have a cup of tea, get on the podium, and the others would only join him after that. What a drive from him. Slushy Cat 42 seconds behind is going through the final bits of Nordschleife now. And yeah, great drive for her as well. Damage limitation, best of the rest. And we can't really hope for much more than that. So she'll bring it around the Nordschleife section for the final time, and she'll go on to the GT pit straight. Second place for the Thai driver. Great drive from her. Gets into second place. And yeah, it's best, really, honestly, the best she could have done this evening.
I'll tell you what, she done it, and then Aston Martin.
Yeah, exactly. Fair play to her.
It's
absolutely fair play to her. It is nighttime.
I love
Look
it.
at that. Absolutely beautiful sights here as the league race ends under the lights here in the Nordschleife as Rohe, the championship leader. He will still be the championship leader on wet tires. He's somehow managed to keep these tires without thermally degrading them. Great drive from the Iron Will Jamaican. A podium for him. His hard work all over the week has paid off. He's on the podium. He preserves his championship lead and he'll go into the next round. And yeah, great job, well done for him. Miko, great drive for him to get into 4th place after he qualified a bit further down the pack, didn't he? So
yeah, good
getting into 4th place, great result for him. And Nap, our season 4 champion. Season 4 or season 5? I think it was season 5 rather.
Yeah,
season 5. He'll bring it around for the 5th position.
So
big gaps between everyone. Big gaps between everyone else, isn't it, this evening? So there it is. Nap's in the top 5 as he will now cross the line. Bradley Martin's another further 55 seconds behind. There he is. We'll bring it around for 6th place. But yeah, Kenjay, what are your closing thoughts as the remaining few drivers start to cross the line?
I want to see more races like this. I want to race at the Nordschleife. I mean, it's beautiful. I want to see more. You ask me, I want to see more time progressions like this because I really want to see the track changing over from noon to afternoon.
Okay.
Yeah, I want more of this. That's all. That's all for me. I just want more of this. I just want more time progression. But from the other drivers, and oh my goodness me, Brad M just lost it in turn 13. But yes, still going to maintain that 6th place, and anyways, it's still a great drive for the Singaporean. But yeah, wow, it's just the Nürburgring under the lights. It's just beautiful, isn't it?
Absolutely. Closing thoughts from you, Kenjay, as we wrap up the broadcast. Incredible drive from the bus, gets the win. I think top 5 of the drivers should be very pleased with. Actually, top 6, I would like to say, because Brad M started at the back. So
no, I would like to say congratulations to all of them because they survived the Nürburgring.
that is true. They also had the true test of one around the Nordschleife, and we'll be back again next weekend. Where are we racing this next weekend? Let's find out. We are racing at Misano. Now that's going to be a fun little race. Absolutely. So we'll be in Misano next weekend. But I've been flying sane. I was joined in the commentary booth by Hydro, and I was joined again by Kenneth Kenjake. So once again, I do apologize this week because I've been pretty sick and I considered not commentating. But yeah, was able to at least muster some energy out of it. So I'll be back again next weekend, hopefully at full pace. And yeah, we'll see you for Misano.
It's time for me for dinner. We'll see you again next time.
See you.
Bye.